Hey guys, Jordan from Condo here. Today, I want to walk you through the newest launch in Etobicoke, the 900. So first, I like to get our bearings here. Now, if you haven't seen this model before, anything in pink is planned and anything in blue is under construction. And the first thing I want to do is just take a step back, look at Etobicoke holistically, and just look at how much development is coming in the next decade. So of course, this is the Humber Bay area where you have master plan community 2150 Lakeshore, which is 7,500 condo units. You of course have a lot of development along the Queensway, everything from boutiques fronting on Queensway to higher density buildings pushed a little bit further back from Queensway. Of course, you have a lot of redevelopment coming along Sherway Mall. And then, of course, along Islington and Kipling Station, you have a ton of buildings as well in master plan communities from Pinnacle. Then you have the Cloverdale Mall redevelopment. And then as you head up the East Mall here, you have a number of sites. Of course, the first one here being Valhalla Condos, which we'll get into because I think it's important to kind of look at how well investors in Valhalla did when you're looking at a site like this. Now, if we head all the way up the East Mall, we get to Eglinton and the future home, of course, to the Eglinton LRT stop when it is complete. And so this is the 900 right here. This is the location. So these are the first two phases. The first two towers are launching together, building 1 and building 2. And you can see this is exactly what I expect from Harhay. So Harhay is one of my favorite developers in Toronto for a lot of reasons. And one of those primary reasons is, of course, unique design. And this is no exception. In Etobicoke, we get a lot of plain podium plus tower buildings. This is a unique building. This would be building 1. This would be building 2. So these are the first two phases launching. And of course, they actually get, in my opinion anyway, some of the best views in the community. Here you can see, I believe we're on the 18th floor, so suite 1801. You can see the view of the downtown skyline you will get because, of course, anything in between us and the downtown skyline is all just low-rise residential. And so you get this really beautiful mature tree canopy. This is the lobby. The design is 2x4. That might not mean anything to you, but 2x4 is a very expensive, a very good designer. They've done some of my favorite buildings in Toronto. They're responsible for Tridell's Bianca, and they're even doing Tridell's Aqualuna. So they're a very good firm. And as you can see, the lobbies are going to be beautiful and also 24-hour concierge. The amenities are great. You have an outdoor pool. Obviously indoor pools very expensive to maintain and underutilized, but I find that in the summers, the outdoor pools they're a great amenity to have. Renters love to see outdoor pools, and these buildings share one. Just some interior renderings here, really nice finishes throughout. This is a render of a 3-bedroom suite. Here's another render. And what I wanted to quickly look at was appreciation between pre-construction purchase and what the values are today on the resale market for a couple of buildings in Etobicoke. So you look on this chart very clearly, anybody who bought pre-construction in the last decade has done amazingly well. But of course, a lot of these acquisition dates are in 2013, 2014, etc. So of course, if you bought real estate 10 years ago, you did really well. That is no secret. But I want to look at a couple of examples that I actually put clients in. Kingsway by the River 2 and where is it? Valhalla Town Square, because these are later launches, 2017 and 2018, and they still did remarkably well. So if you look at Valhalla Town Square, the average purchase price back in 2017 and into 2018, because it took a while to sell these out, was $604 a square foot. On the resale market today, they're averaging $905 a square foot. So you're looking at an appreciation of 50% in that period of time. And just to give you perspective, Valhalla is not like, on the water in Humber Bay or anything. It is on the East Mall as well. It is this cluster of buildings right here. So getting into the finer details here, the developer is Harhay, one of my favorite developers in this city, in particular involved in Theatre Park, which is one of my favorite buildings in the entertainment district, 111. And of course Park Lofts, amongst a number of other developments. The architect, Core Architects, well known worldwide. They were involved in the Dubai Marina, which is 36,000 units. Hard to contextualize that for someone in Toronto, but they are world-renowned architects, and the designer, again, 2x4. So this is the neighborhood, as I showed you earlier. You have the 427 here, East Mall here, and the future Eglinton Crosstown LRT is running here. And just for some context, I added the plans from the city for the from Metrolinx for the future underground station, which will be right here at Martin Grove and Eglinton. Now, amenity-wise, I won't go through in too much detail. You can look at the brochure, but plenty of amenities. You have kids play areas, you have pet washes, you have co-working rooms, you have outdoor pool and terrace. And of course you have libraries and viewing rooms and all kinds of stuff. So that you have a full suite of amenities. This is not a no frills building by any means. Now, I won't go through the neighborhood stats in too much specific. Etobicoke to me is one of the best areas to invest in. I've been saying this for a long time. I am biased. I do live in Etobicoke, but I just see the future growth coming, and I see it as, and just like Scarborough, I see it as, there's just so much underutilized, transit connected, or soon to be transit connected land that is perfect for high density living. Now, in this particular pocket of Etobicoke, you do get a lot of families, and the median family income here is quite a bit higher than in Toronto. Starting prices here, of course, you have one bedroom starting as low as $499,000. So I'm sure everybody is out there marketing this project as from the 400s. In reality, we all know in pre-construction from the 400s means we have one unit at $499,000 and then floor premiums apply. And of course, there's no more units at that price point. So I'm not going to tell you there's a bunch of one bedrooms in the 400s because there are not. Realistically, your starting price is somewhere in the fives. And then occupancy date is June of 2027. Parking prices have been reduced to $40,000. There is enough parking for 75% of the units, which is nice to see. Obviously, a lot of developments launching lately with very limited parking. In Etobicoke, honestly, I think preference is to have that parking. Even with the LRT connection, people still drive a lot and need that parking. And you can see that reflected in parking rental rates in Etobicoke, which are just as high as downtown. And you have right to lease during occupancy, you have free assignment, and you have capped development charges, as well as sort of the feature, the extended deposit structure. So 5% in 30 days, and then 2.5% every 6 months, bringing you up to 15%, and then the final 5% in 2027 on occupancy. So that is it for this project, guys. If you want more information or you want to talk to me about it, the link is in the description. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next video.